Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is JP the Outlaw, here to give you my review for NXT September 13th, 2017. They start off the show with Ruby Riot versus Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Later to find out Nikki Cross will be Billie Kay's partner based off of last week. Now, I'm all for Ruby Riot. You know, I really like what they're doing with her. I think they can put her in another feud. I think this is her second feud. I like the iconic duo. I'm a big Cross and Nikki fan. With Asuka going, I wouldn't mind seeing Nikki Cross with the title on. Now, match was okay. It was a decent match. Nikki Cross wound up tagging herself in, explodes on the other side of the ring with Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, basically knocking them women out and then leaving the ringside just to get away. Now, I like what they're doing here. It tells me that Nikki Cross is either one, getting ready to turn face, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't do that if the whole faction of Sanity is a heel faction. What I would do is literally make this a running gag, if that. You know, you can have Nikki Cross come out there, help Ruby Riot, gains Ruby Riot trust, and then turns her back on her. Hell, you can even have Ruby Riot getting ready to win a title and have Nikki Cross screw her out of her title opportunity and let her win it. You know, it's some type of three-way or multi-women match. You know? You can go that way. I'm hearing rumors that Kairi Sane will also be in this women's match to crown the new NXT champion. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to fucking work out. Kairi Sane just got there, but I know, you know, the NXT universe is going to have a fucking nut when she comes to NXT, for sure. Backstage with No Way Jose setting up a match next week with Lars Sullivan versus No Way Jose. Okay, it was an okay promo, pretty decent for Jose. No Way Jose. I didn't know that he was Cuban. I had an idea, didn't think that he was actually Cuban. You can hear the accent in his voice. Amazing. Anyway, Riddick Moss versus Johnny Gargano. Now, Riddick Moss and his tag team partner comes up on Johnny Gargano in an interview last week, telling him how he was the weak link of DIY, in that, you know, he's nothing without Gargano. And, you know, Johnny Wrestling responds with, "Oh, well, while I was at NXT, what were you guys doing? Watching TV or watching me on TV? Okay. Sitting on your couches." I like that. I like the smart remarks from Johnny Gargano. But the match was pretty decent. I'm a big fan of Riddick Moss. I think when I seen him in the Performance Center a couple months back, maybe close to a year, when I seen him in the Performance Center, and I'm like, this guy, he got the look. Let's see what he can do in the ring. And lo and behold, he's actually a decent wrestler. Would I put him in a tag team? Probably not. Probably not. You can see the things that's missing with Riddick Moss. But, you know, he's probably still baby shit green, if you ask me. It tells, especially when you're in the ring with a seasoned vet like Johnny Gargano. But I don't have not a major deal with or any major problems with Riddick Moss. I think Riddick Moss, given time, can be that next level if you need him to be. If you need him to be. Because he has the look. So anyway, moving on to the Street Profits and the Ely Brothers. Now, the Plastic Cup is over. I don't know how the fuck it got over. I don't know how the NXT universe is gravitating towards these goons, if you ask me. But the Street Profits really remind me of the New Day. They're silly, they're funny, they're going out there, they're having a good time, and they actually can wrestle. The New Day brings their own dynamic, and I feel as though the Street Profits haven't yet quite hit their dynamic. Don't get me wrong, the cup stuff is over. They got people dabbing outside in the goddamn crowd. But I would like to see them, especially my man who's been in NXT forever. I would like to see them hit that next plateau without doing all the goofy gimmick bullshit. And I would also like to see them go up against a decent tag team. Don't get me wrong. The last time I seen the Ely brothers, they was getting squashed by Samoa Joe to prove a point against Shinsuke Nakamura. That's how long, at least for me, remember seeing the Ely brothers. But again, decent match. Street Profits are over. The fans are really behind the Street Profits. I wouldn't mind seeing these guys vie for the title. And maybe a little bit too soon, but they did the same thing with Heavy Machinery. You can see that they were building Heavy Machinery to go up against the Office of Pain, and wound up being Sanity, who took the titles off of Office of Pain. But I wouldn't have mind Heavy Machinery. I remember watching their debut match and thinking, "Damn, these guys are going to be trash," and come to find out, these guys were the shit. So, that's my thoughts on Street Profits and the Ely Brothers match. It was a decent match. Of course, the Street Profits pick up the win over the Ely Brothers. And they go into a video package now of Asuka. And that just shows you how over Asuka's going to be when she goes to Monday Night Raw. I remember seeing a video package last Monday on Monday Night Raw. Then I see a video package this week on NXT and Monday Night Raw. Asuka's going to be over. Don't be surprised come Survivor Series, Asuka is literally beating the shit out of the whole women's division on NXT. Well, Raw. She's no longer on NXT. I'm pretty sure they'll give her a match to move on. I wouldn't mind seeing her and Kairi Sane go at it before she moves up to the main roster. William Regal makes an announcement about the Women's Championship. Yes, it will be a new crowned Women's Champion pretty soon. Again, like I said earlier, I'm hearing rumors of a multi-match to crown the new Women's Champion, and I'm also hearing rumors that Kairi Sane will be inside of that multi-man match. After this, we get a video package saying next week Aaron Black will be in attendance to address the NXT universe, which, again, big fan of Aaron Black. I will be tuning in. Aleister Black, by the way. And that takes us to our main event of the night. Pete Dunne versus Wolfgang for the United Kingdom Championship. Both men gets video promos before their match. I like that old school feel that NXT is giving you. They did it before with the sit down. They did it with the Roderick Strong video package, which was the shit. It was a two-parter. But it pretty much explained why Roderick Strong was in NXT. So, that shows me that, Triple H has a lot of faith in the ROH talent that he has on his roster. I only say that to say this. Wolfgang and Pete Dunne, I like these guys. I like Wolfgang. I had, for my first match, seeing him in it, I'm definitely going to do my research and see him in more matches. I think Wolfgang reminds me of Samoa Joe. He's not quite a cruiserweight. Definitely a big guy, but can do cruiserweight moves. Same with Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne's a little bit more technical. He reminds me of a freckle-faced Daniel Bryan. Back in ROH when Daniel Bryan before all the facial hair and had that big-ass head. Yeah. Come to find out, they named Adam Cole's group, Adam Cole with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Adam Cole himself. They named the group. The new name is the Undisputed Era. Now, I'm not a big fan of this new name. I don't really too much care for it. I think they could have just called them Undisputed and called it a day. When you put era on it, it means that it's going to end at some point in time. So, I'm not, again, not a big fan of it. You could have went to the drawing board, renamed it. They just put out shirts for the new faction of Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole. So with that being said, they're putting out their merchandise. They're trying to get these guys out there. First of all, Adam Cole is going to be the shit once this is all said and done. The build that they're giving Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly reminds me of the build that they gave the NWO. That's how slick they are with throwing in their innuendos from past companies. Don't get me wrong. I like what they're doing. I like that they're not treating Adam Cole like a chump off the streets. They're not treating Bobby Fish like a chump off the street. They're not treating Kyle O'Reilly like a chump off the streets. So I like what they're doing with that. I only say that to say this. Of course, Pete Dunne picks up the win, retaining his title in a decent match, by the way, with Wolfgang. Wolfgang sees that the new faction, what is this, Undisputed Era, yes, the new faction, comes in to attack Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, again, battles him off as best as he could. Wolfgang jumps up to help out Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne leaves Wolfgang in the middle of the ring being attacked. It looks like he's walking up the ramp. He turns around to grab his belt, which he left in the middle of the ring after celebrating and getting attacked by Undisputed. Now, which Undisputed just tears into Wolfgang. They leave out through the crowd. Next thing you know, referees Tyler Bate and Trent Seven comes out to attend to Wolfgang. Now I wouldn't mind. Just hear this name power when I drop it on you guys. I wouldn't mind seeing Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Pete Dunne versus Undisputed, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Cole. I wouldn't mind seeing that, man. I think that'd be a great fucking match. I wouldn't mind seeing that at a takeover event, being at the top of the card. Because you can't tell me the crowd wouldn't bust a nut for something like that. That is a great fucking match right there. And the fact that the Undisputed faction has attacked every major title, every major championship thus far, it should go to show you that these guys aren't fucking around with NXT. That these guys came over to make a difference and be better than the previous people that has came from ROH Wrestling. Like, just to name a few names. Cassius Ohno, Roderick Strong. Just to name a few names. And they could use these guys. I don't think that they're going to do Donovan Dijak joining the Undisputed Clique, but I wouldn't mind it, man. I wouldn't mind Donovan Dijak inside that Undisputed faction right there. I think it would be good for the group. I think it's a lot of 3-man factions out there now in the WWE. I think a 4th member or even a 5th member to add to that faction would make them stand out and be different from the rest of them. My name is JP the Outlaw. That is my review. Thank you guys for joining me. As always, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Wrestling Amino. Okay, you can follow us all on there. One word, JP Outlaw Labcast. You can all fit it right there. Make it number 1 in your subscription boxes. And don't forget to press the like button when you hear the JP news or the reaction from JP. I'm the Outlaw. I'm about to go get dressed, get ready for work. I want you guys to be safe and have a productive day. I will be back with my SmackDown review because I hate to leave work undone. And then I will be back with news and rumors. I got a lot of shit to go over this weekend, you guys. And also, I will be back with gameplay. I'm not gonna reveal what game it is, but I'll be back with gameplay for the YouTube channel. So you guys pay close attention to that. Anyway, I'm JP the Outlaw, and I am out.